gentlemen, and welcome to the 2022 Five Nations Cup and today's game between Team Germany and Team Slovakia. The lineup for Team Germany playing in the white jerseys: number 1, Eric Vidar; number 31, Leonard Meese; number 30, Lucas Thurman; number 14, Noah Hahn; number 11, Carlos Hondo; number 8, Max; number 19, Max.
It's on your door, you better answer it. And in day 2 of the Five Nations tournament here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, we will see which of the 4 teams that will be playing will answer opportunities knock on the door. Game 1 features Germany, a team that took a walloping against the United States on Tuesday night. 10-1, they got pounded. The opportunity for Germany is to turn the page and play better against Slovakia. Slovakia's opportunity to start the tournament with a win. Slovakia did not play on day 1 of this tournament, so they have an opportunity to be fresh and have scouted Germany, and we'll see whether they can seize that opportunity of being the fresher team. Germany wants the opportunity to start fresh, start new, put yesterday behind them. Eric Eder was the goaltender for Germany on Tuesday night, and he was in there for all 10 goals. Not that he is to blame for the 10-1 loss, but he will get a rest, and a well-deserved rest. For Germany, they want to sit back and reassess where they're at and see how they can play better in the second day of this tournament. Slovakia, fresh, well-rested, but they know they will have to play 4 straight days here in Colorado Springs at high elevation. So we will see how they approach things, but certainly the excitement level for Slovakia will be sky high. For Germany, they need to lift their spirits back up after being beaten soundly by the United States. A 10-1 defeat on Tuesday evening. So a contrast between these 2 teams, to say the very least. Germany, the youngest team in this tournament, physically the smallest team in this tournament, taking on Slovakia, well-rested, a bigger, somewhat older team, perhaps a more physical team at that, and a team that has a number of players that really know how to put the puck in the net. So a lot of pressure will be on the German netminder, Lukas Sturman, who will get the start in the early game. Welcome everybody into the Ed Robeson Arena. My name is Ken Landau. We're glad you're with us. The first of 2 games here from Colorado Springs. The early game, of course, Germany and Slovakia. The late game will have the United States playing Switzerland. Switzerland, a team that never said die in their first game. They lost to Czechia, but boy, they made it exciting all the way to the very finish. So a contrast in terms of the games, a contrast between the 2 teams that will play in this first game. Philip Kipp, the head coach for Germany, he has some psychological work to do with his young team. He has to pick them back up because, you know, they were down, they were depressed after being defeated by a 10-1 score in game 1. So to lift up the spirits of a young squad, that is always a difficult task, but Philip Kipp has been at this for quite some time. He has coached in international competition quite often, so he has that task ahead of him. And on the other side of things, Rostislav Palov, the head coach for Slovakia, he has to temper the emotions, the excitement of his team, because they have been waiting, anticipating this first opportunity to play in the Five Nations tournament presented by Athletics. So there will be nerves and anticipation, anxiousness on the side of Slovakia, and on the other side for Germany, they will definitely be determined to prove that what happened to them against the United States in game 1 is not going to be a theme, that they will be a better team, they will be a stronger team throughout the rest of this tournament. Germany will be wearing the white uniforms tonight, white jerseys with black pants and white socks. They will be the visitors for this afternoon's game. Slovakia, the home team, in their traditional blue jerseys with the red trim, the red and white crest on their chest. And as they line up and wish Sebastian Bodner success in goal for Slovakia here in game one for them, game one of day two of this great event. The teams get set at center ice. And we are ready to get things started here, and we are underway, and Germany will win the faceoff. Started Zeman Scheidel. Won the draw, and he will dump the puck deep into the Slovakia zone. It's pushed around the boards to the near side. Theo Kiss swings it back around to the far boards, and it comes down to the Germany line. Sent right back out to center ice and driven into the Team Germany zone. Maximilian Brunner sweeps it around the boards, and now at center ice, it is Clemens Seeger. Seeger plays it ahead to Brunner. Brunner cuts toward the net, plays it off the side of the goal. Centering feed by Seeger. And we're going to get a penalty call here right away. It's going to go against Slovakia's Sebastian Mitro. He got the stick into the body of Brunner for Germany, and just 42 seconds into the game, Slovakia finds themselves shorthanded. Germany's lone goal in game one came on the power play. The faceoff will be to the right of Sebastian Bodner. Bodner, 6 feet 2 inches tall, 172 pounds. Played up in age in terms of his club team last year. Played most of the season with the under-18 team in Košice. Now Germany setting up on the power play. Shams gives it to Handel. Handel with a shot, stopped by Bodner, and we get a quick whistle and another face-off coming up. We are still in the first minute of this first period. Germany with a very early power play. Clemens Seeger will take the face-off for Germany. Mikhail Valashek for Slovakia. Germany controls the draw. And they'll set things up with the man advantage. Here is Shams with a shot. He scores! Shams from long range put it in under the crossbar. It appeared as if Bodner never saw it, and Germany gets an early goal on the power play. 1 minute, 15 seconds into the game. Manuel Shams with the long-range shot. Shams with the shot. Not sure if it was tipped or not. But Germany strikes first on the power play. So a much different start to this second game for Germany than in game one when Team USA scored very early against Team Germany. So Germany with the early goal. Slovakia comes right back and gets a goal of their own. So what a response. Mikhail Sverchek with the response for Slovakia. Long range shot, and it was tipped by Sverchek out in front. And just like that, we're tied. So the goals come 32 seconds apart. And we have a 1-1 game. Here comes Slovakia on the attack. Penalty call coming here against Germany. So the officials will call this one closely, it looks like. 2 minutes and 1 second in. Alan Schlenker goes to the box for interference. And Slovakia will get a power play opportunity. So the Germans struck early on the power play, but unable to really celebrate for long. And Slovakia came back with an even strength goal to make it 1-1. And we've got another penalty call coming here. As Zeman Seidel was hauled down, and going to the penalty box, Theo Kiss. So that will wipe out the Slovakia power play. 2 minutes and 16 seconds into the period. So we will skate 4-on-4 for 1 minute 45 seconds. So the puck is dropped, and Kupes will play it around the boards. Sent back over to the far corner by Papa. Schwartz in the corner for Germany. Schwartz tied up. And coming out of the far corner for Slovakia is Pitka. Pitka gets it ahead on the left side. Going into the corner is Henze. Henze trying to pin it along the boards. 4 players in there trying to work it free. 4-on-4 for another 1 minute and 10 seconds. Puck finally squirts loose, at least for a moment. And Barger will send it in behind the Team Germany net. Puck's played off the near boards, kicked back down to the Germany line. Papa sends it cross ice for Henze. Henze lifts it out to center ice. Picked off there and carried back into the Germany zone. Here's Slovakia spinning a shot toward the goal. Was Saxa. That went well wide. Valashek kicks it into the far corner. It'll slide behind the net where Henze is there for Germany. Henze gets it to Brunner. Brunner sends it ahead to center ice. It skips past Lichko for a moment. Lichko got it back eventually and then sends a pass cross ice. Valashek will send it in deep. He's upended behind the goal. Puck is pushed over to the far side, and it's carried out by Germany's Tim Schutz. The puck will slide deep into the Slovakia zone. 4 minutes gone in the first period. Penalty time to Schlenker is up. Germany with a brief power play. 8 seconds left in their man advantage. As carrying ahead is Bajza. Bajza for Slovakia sends it into the right corner of the German zone. Puck is picked up by Clemens Seeger. Seeger charges ahead into the Slovakia zone. Skips past the check, but lost the puck. Arvanik sends it ahead out to center ice, and Germany takes over back in their own zone. 4.5 minutes gone in the first period. It's a 1-1 game. Penalty call coming here as Mikhail Faranis is going to pick up a tripping penalty. And that's the 4th penalty of the first period. And we have not played 5 minutes yet. 4 minutes, 42 seconds, the time of the penalty. And Germany on the power play for the 3rd time. in the game. They scored on their first power play chance. The second power play opportunity was only for a few seconds. And they will try to get things generated here along the near boards. Merkel pinned along the wall. Puck squirts free for Schlenker. Schlenker, big left-hand shot defenseman. Hands it off to Bennett Otten. Otten will swing it hard around the boards over to the right side. Chipped into the right circle. Nobody there for Germany, and Slovakia gets a chance to clear. Errant pass off the stick of Merkel. And here's a chance for Slovakia shorthanded. Taken by Theo Kiss. Kiss doing a nice, smart play by sending it back into his own zone to Fabian Andre Lichko. Lichko will gently send it the length of the ice. 1 minute remaining in the Team Germany power play. Loose puck at center ice. Fanning on a dump-in attempt was Baiza. Germany takes over. Plenty of time left for them to get things going here with a man advantage. Maximilian Merkel hands it off to Max Henze. Henze behind his own net. Tall defenseman, left-hand shot, sends it ahead on the right side. Here's Herzog. He'll send it deep into the Slovakia zone. It's pushed around the boards over to the left side. Papa rolls it into the left corner. He can't catch up to it. And it's swung hard around the boards by Lichko. And he gets it down ice. 15 seconds remaining in the power play. Time for one last rush if Germany hurries here. Skating down the left side is Mowell. Can't do much with it, and the penalty time has expired. Slovakia kills the penalty off, and then they ice the puck. So we'll get a face-off coming back into the Slovakia zone. 1-1 game with 13-11 to play in the first period. So we've had 4 penalties and 2 goals scored in the first 6 minutes and 49 seconds. Puck is dropped, and it's going to be sent down into the Germany zone by Ferranis. Ferranis gives chase on the forecheck. Here comes Germany now on the attack. Wilhoff. Make that Brunner. Brunner sends it back to the line. Wristed in off the left corner boards. Schwartz swings it around the wall over to the far side. And it's sent to the line but not out. Germany here with a chance. Shot from the slot by Seidel was blocked. And Slovakia clears. Less than 12 and a half to play in the first period. It's a 1-1 game. Germany on the attack. Schwartz hands it off to Seriko. Seriko plays it into the right corner. No help there. Pushed back over to the near side. Seriko goes after it. Finn Seriko. Now Tobias Schwartz behind the net. Knocked away from him. And here comes Slovakia on the attack. Marcus Saxa. Saxa has the puck knocked off his stick. And it's pushed ahead by Seriko. Seriko into the Slovakia zone. Drops it off for Schutz. Schutz has his shot go off the back of Seriko. And now Slovakia able to clear it out of their own end. Nitro sends it back for Kupes, but Kupes will ice the puck. And the faceoff will come back into the Team Slovakia end. 11 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the first period. It's a 1-1 game. On a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday afternoon in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The Five Nations Tournament presented by Athletics. Puck is dropped. Germany controls. Fanning on the shot from the left point was Merkel, and now it's sent the length of the ice right in on Sturman. Sturman tried to clear it out of his own zone on his own. Gets some help from Kerbal. Kerbal rolls it down to the Slovakia blue line. Mitro having trouble with it. He'll get it back. Mitro Plays it ahead to Tomaszek. Tomaszek stopped at the Germany line. Bennett Otten puts it down to the Slovakia blue line. And it's chipped into the Slovakia zone by Otten. No support, and now here comes Slovakia back the other way. Great opportunity. Pass goes through the slot. Nobody on the weak side. But comes back to the line for Bajza. Bajza can't keep it in. Bajza retreats back into his own end. Being hounded by Herzog. Here comes Slovakia back on the attack. Shot is blocked. Loose puck right out in front. Kept alive. Backhand pass through the slot. Nobody on the weak side for Slovakia. Slovakia keeps the pressure on. Long shot. Sturman makes the save. And the puck is tipped out to center ice. Arbonic tips it over to the far boards. He goes after it. Slowed down there by Mowell. And it's chipped to the Slovakian line and finally tapped into the zone. Less than 10 minutes to play in the period. Here's Papa charging down the left side, but an offside call. And they'll send the ice crew out to shovel the snow away from the nets. That gives us a chance to recap what has taken place in this first period so far. And if you joined us just a little late, you missed the scoring. 1 minute 15 seconds into the game, Germany on the power play scored the first goal of the game. Manuel Shams from long range with the power play goal. And then 32 seconds later, for Slovakia, Mikhail Sverček tied it up, tipping in a shot to make it a 1-1 game. Face-off will come outside the Slovakia blue line, right in front of their own bench. Rostislav Palov looking on, the head coach for the Slovakia under-17 team, taking part here in the Five Nations tournament presented by Athletics. And off the face-off, it's sent down into the Germany zone. Quickly cleared out to center ice. Barger gives it away. Here's a chance for Germany. A shot from close range by Schwartz goes wide of the net. Kept alive by Team Germany. Teeing up a shot is Henze. That's blocked. It comes over to Papa. Papa throws it through the slot. Nobody on the far boards. Now Henze. Had his stick on it for a moment, but it's knocked away from him and down the ice. 9:15 remaining in the first period of a 1-1 game. First game of the tournament for Slovakia. Germany played the late game last night. But these are young men, 16 years old, a few 15-year-olds on the German squad. They recover quickly. They'd rather play than rest. They don't really know the meaning of fatigue when you're that young. All you want to do is play. And that's what they came here to do. 4 games for all 5 teams in the tournament. It is a tournament. Team with the best record at the end of Saturday's competition will be the tournament champion, the defending champion, Team USA. Play behind the Slovakia net. Puck is chipped free, kept alive by Germany. Elias Poole battling for the puck. It's chopped off the far boards. And now Slovakia gets it out to center ice. Prokopovic sends it down toward the Germany zone. Play in the neutral zone for the moment. Theo Kiss gets it over to Kupes. Kupes whips it around the boards into the Germany zone. And the puck is chipped out to center ice, where it's taken by Mitro. Mitro gets it over to the left side, and it's dumped into the Germany end. Serico lays it ahead out to center ice with a little help from Kerbal. And now Mitro back in his own zone for Slovakia. Just over 7 minutes remaining in the first period. A tie game, 1 goal apiece, both goals coming in the first 1 minute, 47 seconds of the game. Now Slovakia on the attack. A pass from Mikulec goes through the slot. And Germany able to clear. Shots are 4 for Germany, 4 for Slovakia. In what has been a pretty evenly played game. Herzog lays it ahead to Huferberg. Huferberg dumps it into the Slovakia zone. Bajza gets a second opportunity. He'll play it around the boards over to Lichko. Lichko with some help gets it out to center ice. Merkel goes down to a knee, gets back up, try to push it ahead for Herzog, but Herzog couldn't get to it. Now Herzog gives chase in the Slovakia end. Herzog pushes it behind the goal, but it's taken there by Bajza. Bruno Bajza gets it out across his own blue line, takes a bump there, lost the puck, and it's dumped back in by Germany. Bodies colliding, long shot from the boards by Schlenker, steered aside by Bodner. Pushed back into the Germany zone. Here's a chance now for Team Germany. And getting knocked down to the ice was Brunner. Brunner gets back up, centering feed, broken up partially, and now here's a shot from the left circle by Schwartz that's kicked out by Bodner. Germany still pressuring here. Brunner sends it back to the blue line. Walking down the right side now, Max Henze. Henze goes behind the net. Henze comes out on the left side, still has it. Hands the puck off to Brunner, back to Henze. Henze sends it to the open right wing. Now taken off the boards by Schwartz. Schwartz gives it to Seidel. Seidel slides it back toward the line to Schlenker. Schlenker keeps the play alive. Schlenker plays it into the right circle. And Team Germany still with the pressure on Slovakia as we have gone under 5 minutes remaining in the first period of a 1-1 game. Puck is lifted out to center ice, knocked down, and now here's a chance for Slovakia. Cutting down the slot was Prokopovic, and he is stopped by Sturman. Nice play by both players. Slovakia keeps it in the attacking zone. Harvanek swings it in behind the net, taken there by Ferranis. Ferranis sends it back to the blue line. Now Barger lays it off the end boards. 4:10 remaining in the period. 1-1 game here. As Slovakia pressuring, but finally pushing it ahead is Matthias Papa, and Papa will dump it into the Slovakia zone. Oswald along the left wing boards, fans on his pass. Oswald keeps control, pushes it into the slot. Nobody there in a white German jersey. And it's pushed ahead down to the Germany line, but sent back out to center ice, where it's taken by Theo Kiss. Kiss slides it cross ice at the blue line to Tomaszek. Tomaszek will dump it in to the Germany zone. Slovakia setting things up now. Mitro, now a long shot. It goes off the goaltender, and now through a screen, Mitro tried to put it toward the net. Picked up by Team Germany, and they will send the puck down the ice, and they will wave icing off as we approach 3 minutes to play in the first period of a 1-1 game. Slovakia and Germany. Here comes Slovakia on the attack. Pitka fans on his shot, and pushing it back the other way is Germany. Here's Bennett Otten. Otten pulls up in the right corner, sends it back to Hahn. Hahn plays it behind the net. Otten goes after it, can't get to the puck. And it's taken by Lichko, and Lichko sends it ahead, and a chance now for Slovakia. Long shot save, rebound stopped as well as Sturman comes up with his two biggest saves of the first period with 2.5 minutes to play. Lucas Sturman coming up with back-to-back saves from close range. And off the face-off, Slovakia can't keep it in the zone. They won the draw, but at the blue line, Branislav Kral could not keep the puck in the attacking zone. Andre Fabush gets the puck into the Germany zone, and here's a centering pass by Ferranis. Nobody in the slot for Slovakia, as Team Germany got a little sloppy in their own end. Herzog can't get the puck out of his own zone. He'll get some help here from Brunner, who pushes the puck down into the Slovakia end. Under 2 minutes to play in the period. 1-1 game between Slovakia and Germany. First game of the tournament for Slovakia. Germany shaking off the effects of a 10-1 loss to Team USA in game 1 on day 1. Game 1 of the tournament for Germany. Playing the Germany zone. Zeman Seidel sends it over to the far boards. It'll be pushed out to center ice, and Kupes will lift it back into the attacking zone for Slovakia. Less than a minute remaining in the period. A long shot from the blue line by Mitro, steered aside by Sturman. And now another long shot that's eaten up by Sturman, who's looked very solid in goal for Team Germany in this first period, which is down to 48.5 seconds to play. Face off to the right of Sturman. Slovakia will control. Puck comes back to the line for Theo Kiss. Make that Baiza, excuse me. Battle for the puck in the far corner of the Germany zone. And the puck is pushed over to the near side, and Oswald will get it ahead. Carried into the attacking zone, coming down the left side was Schutz, and Schutz shoots it wide of the net as we're down to the final 10 seconds of the period. So the first period will end. We saw a lot of action early on, as there's the horn to end period number 1. But we've got a tie game after 20 minutes of play. Germany looking much better against Slovakia than they did against the United States last night. Slovakia getting their bearings, getting their first taste of this Five Nations tournament, as they were off yesterday. But through 20 minutes of play, we have a tie game. Our score here from Colorado Springs, Colorado, it is Germany 1 and Slovakia 1. We will take a break, come back with the second period in a few moments. Don't go away. The Five Nations Tournament presented by Athletics. very fast start. Let's take a look at the highlights from period number 1. Germany got a very early power play. 42 seconds in, they went on the man advantage, and they cashed in at 1:15 of the period. It was Shams scoring for Germany to make it a 1-0 game, but just seconds later, 32 seconds later to be exact, Slovakia came back to tie it up, and that was the scoring in the period. Lucas Sturman with a couple of big saves for Germany as Slovakia outshot Team Germany. And it's chipped out to center ice by Bennett. Just over 7 minutes into this second period. It's a 1-1 game. Shot from the right circle by Mikulec. Goes high and wide, but then an effort from the left wing boards by Sverchek is stopped by Sturman. 12 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the second period. Shots on goal favor Slovakia, 13-9. The score is even at 1 goal per team. Off the faceoff. Shot is blocked, and now here's a chance from deep in the left circle. And that is Tobias Pitka. And Pitka found the top left corner, and he put it in to give Slovakia the lead. So Pitka with a perfect shot puts it behind Sturman. At 7:23 of the period, Tobias Pitka gives Slovakia the lead. An absolutely perfect shot by Tobias Pitka. Lushinsky and Mikulec with the assists on the Pitka goal. So Slovakia with its first lead of the game. 12 minutes to play in the second period. Now here's a chance for Zaleshek. He comes in, he shoots and scores as he deked Sturman and backhanded it in. And back-to-back goals in quick succession for Slovakia, and they take a 3-1 lead. Alex Miroslav Zaleshek with the goal at 8:05 of the period, as Slovakia scores 42 seconds apart to take a 2-goal advantage. So Alex Miroslav Zaleshek with the goal. And it's 3-1 Slovakia. Max Henze for Germany. Sends the puck back to Papa. Matthias Papa lays it down into the Slovakia zone, quickly cleared down the ice. And Sturman forced to play the puck. Papa has it skip over his stick. Here's a chance from the right circle. Shot deflects wide. Theo Kiss now centers it. Nobody in the slot for Slovakia. It goes right to the stick of Tobias Schwartz, and Schwartz now charges into the Slovakia zone. He takes a hit from 2 players in the right corner. Lost the puck, and now Slovakia will push it up ice. Here's Lichko. Lichko feeds it into the high slot, picked off by Seidel. Seidel sends it ahead to Schutz at center ice. Schutz, top of the left circle. His shot kicked out by Bodner. Rebound pushed over to the far boards, and Slovakia will try to clear, and they do so. Carried right back in by Seeger, Clemens Seeger. Plays it into the right corner. And Team Slovakia will send it down to the Germany line. 3-1 Slovakia. Goals at 7:23 and 8:05 of the second period, opening up a 2-goal advantage. For Slovakia playing its first game of the tournament, Germany playing their second game in less than 24 hours. Now Tim Schutz, his pass missed everybody in a white Germany uniform, and it goes the length of the ice, but there's no icing. We've passed the midway point of the second period. And now Slovakia on the attack. They'll charge into the zone. Here's a shot stopped by Sturman, but we're going to get a penalty call here against Germany, and Slovakia is going to go on the power play. Noah Hahn will go to the penalty box for Germany. And Team Slovakia will get its second power play opportunity of the game, but recapping the scoring in this second period, at 7:23, it was Tobias Pitka giving Slovakia a 2-1 lead, and 42 seconds later, I should say, Alex Miroslav Zalešák scored on a great individual effort, and Slovakia has a 2-goal lead now with 9 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the second period. From Bratislava to Berlin to Colorado Springs, welcome everybody on Hockey TV. Glad you are with us here for the start of day 2 of the Five Nations tournament. Noah Hahn in the penalty box for Germany. The first power play for Slovakia was short in nature because 15 seconds after they went on the power play, Slovakia's Theo Kiss took a penalty to negate the man advantage. But Germany has to kill this penalty off. This is an important point in this game. Just past the midway point, Germany has surrendered 2 goals in this period. They trail by 2. The last thing they need is to go down by 3. That would break their backs, I think, in this one. Coming off of a 10-1 loss in game 1, the last thing they need is to find themselves in a deep deficit here against Slovakia. Theo Kiss, who plays high school hockey here in the United States at Mount St. Charles in New England. So he is one member of this Slovakia team that is familiar with the U.S. and familiar with playing on an NHL-size ice rink. The ice here 15 feet. Narrower than what the Europeans normally play on. It's approximately 4 meters. In width, 4 meters less. And here is Slovakia on the attack, still on the power play. They have 15 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Backhand shot by Mikulic is stopped by Sturman. Sturman makes another big save. The puck was knocked in on the second effort. Make that the third effort, and a power play goal for Slovakia at the 12:15 mark of the period. It looks like Zalešák will get the goal. On the third effort, there was one shot. It was up in the air, knocked out of the goal mouth. The Slovakians thought for a split second maybe it had gone in, but then the puck came over to Zalešák, and he banged it home for the third goal of the period and the fourth of the game for Team Slovakia. So a power goal gives Slovakia a 3-goal advantage. The glass and out of play, so a nightmarish period for Germany in three goals. Face-off coming up in the Germany zone to the right of Lucas Sturman. Long shot from the blue line, kicked out by Sturman. 20 shots on goal now for Slovakia, only 10 for Germany. Germany had 5 shots in the first period, so they've had 5 here in the second. Tobias Pitka gets one of the assists on the Valashek goal. As we're down to under 7 minutes to play in the second period. Puck is worked free off the boards, and here comes Germany on the attack. Huferberg sends it deep into the Slovakia zone. Maull. Now it comes over to the top of the right circle for Handel. Handel can't do much with it. It's cleared to center ice. And Nick Maull again. Sends it over to Shams. Shams will play it down to the Slovakia line. Zalashek plays it deep into the Germany zone. Pushed ahead to center ice. Nice little move by Huferberg. Huferberg spins a pass into the slot, broke it up. Henza. To make that Shams couldn't do much with it, and now here comes Slovakia on the attack. Centering pass broken up. And Seidel plays it up to the line but can't get it out of the zone. Now Ferranis. Centering pass into the slot. The puck went off the stick of Zalashek. Again, having trouble getting the puck out of their own end. Here's Handel. Handel steps in front of his own net, almost lost the puck. Great forechecking by Slovakia as they keep the puck tied up in the Germany zone, and finally Zeman Seidel's able to get it out of the zone, and now here's a long shot by Brunner that sails over the Slovakia goal. Approaching 5 minutes to play in the second period that has been all Slovakia. Now a clearing attempt broken up, picked off, but then fanning on the shot was Zalashek, and here comes Team Germany. Nifty little move in the right circle by Schwartz. Schwartz, the centering pass broken up, and we've got a breakaway attempt here. Here's a breakaway chance for Lashinsky, and Lashinsky is able to put it in. On the breakaway, Mikhail Lashinsky with Slovakia's 4th goal of the period. Let's take another. And Lashinsky on the breakaway had Sturman down on the ice and put it up over his shoulder for the 4th goal of the period for Slovakia. And it is 5-1 Team Slovakia. 4.5 minutes remaining in the period. Play at the Slovakia blue line. Lichko. Long shot, knocked down by Sturman. Play at center ice. Lashinsky unassisted at 15-14. And here is Saxa. Saxa working down the right wing boards. He's upended, shot from a steep angle, goes off the side of the goal. Kept in at the line by Lichko. Lichko had it knocked off his stick, and now a breakaway attempt for Schutz. Schutz comes in on Bodner, and Bodner kicks it out with the left leg pad. Great opportunity there for Schutz, and he comes off the ice. Disappointed that he couldn't put one home for Team Germany. Puck comes back into the Germany zone. Henza plays it around the boards. And now Ott lets it go past him to center ice. Kerbal plays it into the Slovakia zone. And behind the net it is Harvanek. Harvanek plays it ahead, and now here comes Prokopovic. Prokopovic down the left side. His shot sails over the net. Zaleshek keeps it alive. Shot from the slot is blocked. Now here boards, a blast by Harvanek. Goes over the goal, and it's pushed around the boards to the near side. Harvanek again puts it behind the net. Max Henza plays it up the left side. Tipped at center ice by Otten down to the Slovakia blue line. Otten tried to muscle his way around Barger, but couldn't do it. 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the second period. 4 goals in the period for Slovakia to break this game wide open. It is 5-1 Slovakia. Now Herzog trying to get something going here for Germany late in the period as we approach 2 minutes to play in the second. Branislav Barger. Now it's chipped out to center ice, and it's taken by Carlos Handel. Handel, one of 3 players that have 2007 birth years on this Germany team. They are the youngest team in the tournament. .307 birth dates for Germany. I don't think there are 3 among the other 4 teams combined. Manuel Shams plays it over the far boards. Coming in with a shot for Slovakia is Zaleshek. He's tripped up. Penalty call coming here against Germany. It's going to be a tripping call with 1:11 to play in the period. And I think the penalty is going against the goaltender Sturman. And indeed it is. So serving the penalty will be Carlos Handel. And the penalty time will carry over into the third period unless Slovakia scores now in the final minute of the second period. Noah Hahn plays it over the far boards. It comes off the wall, and Clement Seeger drives it the length of the ice.
2 minutes for tripping, minor. 5 with a penalty, 18.
Loose puck at the side of the Slovakia net. The Germans can't jump on it. And we're down to 40 seconds to play in the period. 5-1 Slovakia. Here's Slovakia on the attack. Svercek gets it back to Lichko. Lichko, top of the umbrella, gets it over to Svercek, but it skips over his stick, and Germany's able to clear. Bodner hands it off to Lichko. Lichko gets it out into the neutral zone, taken by Merkel, and he'll drive it back into the Germany zone. 5 seconds left, so the second period is one that Slovakia will certainly be pleased with. Germany not so much, as Slovakia scores 4 times in the second period, and they will take a very comfortable lead into the third. Our score here from the Ed Robeson Arena in Colorado Springs, Colorado. After 2 periods, it is Slovakia 5 and Germany 1. We will take a break. We'll be back with the start of the third period in just a few moments. Don't go away. You are watching the Five Nations Tournament presented by Athletics. Welcome back inside the Ed Robson Arena here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, as we get set for the third period of the Five Nations tournament. The third game of the tournament, Slovakia and Germany. I'm Ken Landau. Let's take a look at the highlights from period number 2. In the second period was all Slovakia. Slovakia and Germany were tied at 1-1 heading into that second period. But Slovakia scored 4 times in the period, starting at 7:23. Pitka getting the first goal of the period. Zaleszak then scoring as well. Zaleszak scoring a power play goal for Slovakia, and then Leshinsky coming up with the 4th goal of the period to break this one wide open. And Slovakia with a 5-1 lead heading into the third. And for Germany, they have played 5 periods in this tournament so far, and in 3 of those 5 periods, they have given up 4 goals. They gave up 4 goals in the first period and third periods last night against Team USA, and 4 goals here in the third period, or second period, I should say, this afternoon against Slovakia. So Germany needs to regroup. They need to settle down and try to at least win the period. I would think that Philip Kipp wants that from his team in the third period. Just try to win the period to build momentum for the third game of the tournament for Team Germany, which will be tomorrow. So Slovakia will start the period on the power play. 49 seconds remaining in the period, in the penalty to Lucas Sturman. And we should be ready to get this period started here right now. Germany in the road white jerseys. They are the visiting team in this game. Slovakia controls the face-off to start the third period against Slovakia with 4 goals in the second, with a commanding 5-1 lead, and they have half a minute remaining in what is their third power play of the game. They are 1 for 10 advantage. Faranis gives it over on the left side. Comes back to the line for Kupes. Kupes gets it over to Theo Kiss. Kiss sends it through the slot and deep in the left circle. A shot and a goal, and just that quickly, 41 seconds into the third period, Slovakia scores, and it is 6-1. Getting the goal is Tomaszek. Theo Kiss with the perfect pass, and it is 6-1 Slovakia.
Team Slovakia goal scored by number 9, Ambri-Piotta, assisted by number 10.
So a power play goal, their second power play goal of the game.
Time to goal, 41 seconds.
And it is 6-1 Slovakia. And Team Slovakia ices the puck, so we'll get a face-off coming back into the Slovakia zone. Our late game here from Colorado Springs will have Team USA taking on Team Switzerland. USA a 10-1 winner over Germany last night. Switzerland lost a thrilling game 5-1 to Czechia. But Switzerland showed a lot of grit in that game as they never, ever stopped playing hard. They were down by a 4-1 score at one point. And here we are in the first minute and a half of the third period. Loose stick out on the ice. Slovakia plays it into the Germany zone. Germany scored the first goal of the game 1 minute 15 seconds in, but since then 6 consecutive goals for Rostislav Pavlov's team. This is the second day of this 5-day tournament. 5 days, 5 teams, 10 games, 1 champion. Bronislav Barger had trouble with the puck at the Germany blue line, and here comes Team Germany on the attack. Coming down the left side, penalty call coming here to Slovakia. 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the period. Shots on goal are 25-12. Barger goes to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Germany goes on the power play. It'll be their 5th power play chance of the game.
Team Slovakia penalty, number 13, Bronislav Barger. 2 minutes for tripping, minor. Final penalty, 10.
So 2 minutes, 10 seconds, the time of the penalty. And Germany again on their 5th power play, and they need something good to happen. Herzog skates deep into the Slovakia zone. Herzog in the left corner, try to push it back to the line. Merkel plays it back into the corner. Hooferberg back to the blue line for Merkel. Merkel's shot deflects wide of the net. And now Hooferberg sends it back to Merkel, back to Hooferberg. Top of the left circle, his shot is blocked. And the bouncing puck gathered in by Tobias Pitka. Pitka charges shorthanded deep into the Team Germany zone. His shot is blocked. And carrying out to center ice, Mac Herzog loses the puck at the Slovakia line. 6-1 Slovakia lead. 6 consecutive goals by Slovakia after Germany scored 75 seconds into the game. Slovakia scored 32 seconds later, and that would be the only scoring in the first period. 4 goals scored for Slovakia in the second, and 1 early here in the third, in the first minute. And Slovakia with a very commanding 6-1 lead. Mikulec. His shot goes over the goal. And it will be cleared out of the zone by Germany's Zeman Seidel, and that's going to be an icing call against Team Germany. Face off to the left of Lukas Sturman. The Germany netminder. And the German goalies haven't had a whole lot of support so far, but they are a very young team. They'll be better in the future. Head coach Philip Kipp knew that this was going to be a difficult event for his team to have success in, because you've got Team USA, Czechia, Slovakia, all very good squads, Switzerland as well. Our late game has Team USA and Switzerland squaring off. Shots are 26-14. Puck is chipped out to center ice and pushed ahead of the Germany line. Team skating at full and even strength. Tim Schutz carries around the wall in the Slovakia zone. Puck's knocked off his stick. He'll get it right back. Schutz will play it down the boards to Shams. Shams scored the goal for Germany early in the first period. And here's a centering pass. Knocked off the stick of Poole. Poole in the right corner. Fights off a check. Poole behind the net. Poole shovels it back to the line for Shams. Shams sends it back into the corner. Kept in at the blue line by Handel. Bennett Otten can't do anything with the puck. It's pushed around the boards over to the far corner. And Harvanek plays it around the boards, kicked back behind the net. And Germany takes over. Centering pass, here's a chance coming right out in front, shot in the goal! Shot in the goal for Germany, that's Felix Kerbel with the goal as he just stayed with the play. And Germany gets its second of the game. 6 minutes and 53 seconds into the third period, and that makes it a 6-2 game. But a solid effort from Kerbel as he stayed with the play. Didn't give up on it. The puck came off his stick and then slid off the leg pad of Sebastian Bodner, but Kerbel stayed right there and was able to bang it in from the crease to bring Germany within 4 with just under 13 minutes now to play in the third period. Howell with a shot that goes wide of the net. Noah Hahn rolls it back behind the Slovakia goal. Here comes Slovakia on the attack. 4 goals in the second period for Slovakia, breaking this game wide open. Samuel Kupes plays it over to the right side. It caroms down into the Germany zone. And the puck will be slid out to center ice. Bruno Baiza will send it back into the zone. We've got a penalty call coming here to Germany. It's going to be a high sticking call at 8:01 of the third period. Seidel going to the box. So Zeman Seidel goes to the penalty box. Slovakia with its 4th power play of the game. 1 power play was very short in duration. They have 2 power play goals in the game. The penalty comes at the 8-minute and 1 second mark of the third period. Here's a long shot from Kupes that's kicked out by Sturman. Tries the lacrosse goal and he scores. Beautiful shot by Theo Kiss. He tried the Mike Legg play, and it worked as Kiss curled the puck up on his stick, came behind the net, and then tucked it into the top corner. And another power play goal for Slovakia. But watch this. Here's Theo Kiss. He puts the puck up on his stick blade and then tucks it over the right shoulder of Sturman. And that's the goal of the tournament right now. Mark that one. Send that to Sports Center. So Theo Kiss, the product of Mount St. Charles Academy, with a beautiful power play goal. And here's Slovakia again. Tobias Pitka on a breakaway. And Pitka makes it 9-2. Make that 7-2, excuse me. Eight to 2, I'll get the numbers right. But Pitka with a beautiful individual effort. But the folks here in the building still talking about the Theo Kiss goal.
Team Slovakia goal scored by number 8, Tobias Pitka, assisted by number 14, Jakub Mikolik. Time of the goal, 9:02.
So Pitka with his second goal of the game to make it 8-2. With 10:45 now remaining in the period. So another rough outing for Germany. The game started on a very positive note for Germany. In fact, the first 20 minutes, things looked good for Philip Kitt's team. But things started to unravel in the second period, and they have not improved much here in the third. 1 goal allowed in the first, 4 in the second, and 3 here in the third, and we haven't even reached the halfway mark of the period. Face off to the right of Lucas Sturman. Tuesday night was a rough one for Eric Eater in the Germany goal, and this afternoon hasn't been a whole lot better for Lucas Sturman. Now here's a chance from the inner edge of the left circle for Germany, and that's blocked. Schwartz gets the puck to Seidel. Seidel's shot kicked out by Bodner. You have to give Team Germany some credit here. They have not stopped working. They didn't stop working last night against Team USA, and they are still working hard here this afternoon. Against Slovakia. Play deep in the German zone. And here's a centering feed from Pitka that deflects behind the net. And Team Germany will clear. They'll bounce it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. And the faceoff will come back into the Germany zone. Lucas Sturman, head down. Certainly dejected, and you can't blame him. You can't blame him for the goals that he has given up, certainly. The Slovakia team is just a better team right now than Germany. The puck is pinned along the boards in the German zone. Finally work free. Here's a long shot by Harvanek that goes high and wide of the goal. Noah Hahn tried to play it up the near boards, knocked down along the boards by Barger. Barger can't do anything with it, and it will be rolled down into the Slovakia zone. Germany changing on the fly here. A chance for Bakrati, but that shot is blocked, and now here comes Germany on the attack back the other way. Kerbel sends it toward the net. Kerbel, one of the 2 goal scorers for Germany today. We are down under 8 minutes to play in the 3rd period, and we'll get an offside call here against Germany as Felix Kerbel was caught in the zone, and the ice crew will come out, shovel up some of the ice shavings out there and make things a little neater for the goaltenders and in front of the bench areas, and that'll give us a chance to quickly recap what has happened here in the 3rd period. Slovakia took a 5-1 lead into the 3rd. They quickly made it 6-1 with a power play goal 41 seconds into the period. Germany then would score its 2nd goal of the game to make it 6-2, and then a pair of goals 26 seconds apart. A highlight reel goal by Theo Kiss on the power play, and then a breakaway goal by Pitka. And that gets us to an 8-2 score with 7 minutes 51 seconds to play in the 3rd period. Both of these teams will be in action tomorrow. Here comes Germany. Backhand shot sails high and wide of the net off the stick of Benedatten. And Elias Poole sends it back up to center ice. Fabush plays it over to the left wing boards, and it's played deep into the Germany zone. Fabush gets it on the right side. He'll roll it in behind the Germany net. Fabush, long shot, missed the goal by about a meter. And here's a steal and a chance for Slovakia yet again. And a shot by Faranis is stopped by Sturman, and he'll hold on to it with 7:06 to play. Shots are 33-18. That puck actually squirted behind Lucas Sturman, but he was able to find it and freeze it and get the face-off. Back underway here at the Ed Robeson Arena. Germany will control the draw, and we're going to get a penalty call coming here to Samuel Kupes as he hauled a player down and tempers flare just a little bit. 13:05 the time of the penalty. Kupes will go to the box. Tripping the call. Kupes, the biggest player on the Germany squad, the Slovakia team, at 6'2", 198 pounds. That is a big 16-year-old young man. So Germany goes to the power play for the 6th time in the game. They're 1 for 5. And here comes Henze with a long wrist shot that sails high and wide of the net. Germany wants to get something going here. They want something good to build on for their next game. Schwartz behind the goal, hands it off to Papa. Matthias Papa gets it back to the blue line. Long wrist shot tip wide of the goal. Schwartz controls. Germany setting things up. Brunner, right circle. His shot stopped by, hold on. Six minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the third period. Face-off outside the Slovakia zone. Germany controls, but they need to wait to get onside. They never do, and Slovakia will send it down the ice. Carlos Handel leaves the puck for Seeger. Clemens Seeger plays it over to the right side. And the German team will play it around the boards over to the near side in the corner. Seeger plays it over to the right wing boards, and at the right point, Handel plays it into the right corner. Oswald behind the net, sends it to the left point. Shams, who scored the first goal of the game. Now here's a centering feed out of the left corner by Schutz. Nobody out in front for Germany, and Slovakia able to clear. 15 seconds remaining. And the Kupes penalty. And we're down to 5 minutes to play in the third period. 8-2 Slovakia is our score. And we're going to get another penalty call here, a tripping call against Slovakia. Branislav Kral will go to the box. .15:08 the time of the penalty, the 7th power play opportunity for Germany.
Number 18, McCall Maczynski, 2 minutes for tripping, minor. Time of the penalty, 15:08.
So 15:08 the time of the penalty. And again, Germany trying to get something positive to happen here. Poole stepped into the slot, but the puck came off his stick, and it's cleared down the ice. Sturman sends it ahead to Seriko. Seriko into the Slovakia zone. His shot is blocked. Kicked into the slot and then knocked off the stick of Seriko and down into the Germany zone. Under 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Herzog gives it over on the left side for Mowell. Mowell carries behind the net. Lost the puck there. Kept alive by Germany on the power play for another 38 seconds. Schlenker lost the puck, and it's going to be sent down into the Germany zone as we approach 3 minutes to play in the game. 8-2 Slovakia. It was a close, well-played first period, evenly played first period. But since that point, from the second period, the opening face-off of the second period up until right now, it has been all Slovakia. The penalty has expired, so Slovakia is at full strength, and Germany now 1 out of 7 on the power play in the game. 2.5 minutes left. as the puck is sent out to center ice. Max Henze, big left-hand shot defenseman, the team captain for Team Germany. Valashek tried to carry deep into the Germany zone. It's cleared out to center. Valashek had it for a moment. Valashek, one of the goal getters for Slovakia. So the puck comes to the line. Here's a long shot kicked out by Sturman. Another long blast, this time from the outer edge of the left circle that goes wide of the net. 1:40 remaining in the game. So Slovakia will cruise to an easy opening game victory for them. Germany will suffer its second consecutive lopsided defeat. And certainly for Slovakia, they're pleased with the effort. Germany played a good first period, but they've been outplayed since. So the play at center ice for a moment. It's rolled right back in. Final minute of play here from the Ed Robson Arena. And Germany will control, and they will certainly have to regroup. Germany will play Switzerland tomorrow afternoon here in Colorado Springs. Slovakia will play their arch rival, Czechia, as we're down to the final 10 seconds of the game. But for Rostislav Palov and his young Slovakian team, they are certainly pleased with an 8-2 win. Philip Kipp has to build up the spirits of his team ahead of Game 3 tomorrow afternoon. Final score here from the Ed Robson Arena: Slovakia 8 and Germany 2. Another tough loss for Germany, as they have surrendered 18 goals in the first 2 games of the tournament for them. Slovakia gets things going in the tournament. Their first game here against Germany with an easy 8-2 win. Wasn't easy from start to finish. It was easy from the second period until the very end of the game. So Germany goes back to the drawing board. Slovakia gets ready for a rivalry game against Czechia tomorrow in their second game of the tournament. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this one, and there's one goal in particular that we'll show you that will probably be the highlight goal of the tournament. It's going to be hard to beat the goal that was scored by Theo Kiss as we take a look at the highlights from this game here this afternoon at Ed Robson Arena. Well, before we do that, the national anthem of Slovakia. So the young men in the Slovakian uniforms happy, and as they should be, with an 8-2 win. Let's take a look at the highlights from this game that saw a Germany team looking to shake off the effects of a 10-1 loss last night to Team USA and a Slovakia team that was fresh. And early in the third period, Tomaszek with a goal. And then Kerbal for Germany with a power play goal. But Theo Kiss with the lacrosse-style goal. And then Pitka for Slovakia, and Slovakia with a huge 8-2 win. They made it look easy through the final 40 minutes of play on their way to an 8-2 victory. So Slovakia, and they win in easy fashion, scoring 4 goals in the second period, 3 in the third, 1 in the first, and they defeat Germany by an 8-2 final score. The nightcap, the late game here from Colorado Springs, has Team USA and Team Switzerland, a couple of teams that scored a bunch of goals in their first games. We'll see what that game has in store for us. We'll go on.